It's week 15 and we are drawing a letter O. So a letter O, even on a serif alphabet, doesn't usually have serifs. So we had to draw it in a creative way to add some serifs. So what we're gonna be doing is adding an overlay to our letter O, and that part will have the serifs. It's super easy, it's super cute. It's something I use in my lettering a lot. And I figured since our overall piece needed to have 26 different styles, this was a great one to add to show you how you could make either a double serif letter. And what I mean by that is, let's say, let me grab a letter from another week. Let's use letter F. So I'm gonna tap where my letter is and select it so I can bring it over. So copy and paste, and I copy that and bring it over to my letter O and show you what I mean by that real quick, since the letter O inherently doesn't have a serif. So I've got my letter F, and you could do something very similar to what we're gonna do with the letter O. And how I would usually do that is duplicate my letter F, delete the top half of it, and then change the color of the top half. Grab my pen tool, and then I'm gonna kind of mimic the same serif I drew earlier. And maybe I'll bump that one out instead. So now you can see we have a double serif. So we have our main serifs, and then our overlay letter has its own serifs, and then you can add some details and so on and so forth. I kind of went up on a random tangent there, but I wanted to show you other fun ways you could use it when you use all these different styles on your own. Okay, back to our letter O. We're gonna use both shades of pink for this one. I do have my grid turned on just so I can gauge the size, but you don't necessarily need that for the letter O. I'm gonna start with my light pink. I'm gonna make this just a little thinner, and I'm gonna draw an oval. Oh, I wanna go about 5 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So I'm just gonna draw an oval and let it create the ellipse. And I want the inner shape to be very similar to that, and I want to be able to move it around if I need to. So I'm going to add a new layer, and you can see we're thinner at the top than we are on the sides here. So I'm going to start about right here, thick on the sides, then on the bottom, thick on the sides, and again, let that ellipse create itself. And see, I'm way over this way. So all I have to do now, since it's on its own layer, is grab my arrow tool and kind of shift it into place so that it's more centered. And I'm just eyeballing it. You could get really precise, but I rarely do. So now we can merge that down and bring that over. If you want your O to be more rounded, you could draw it more circular. I kept mine kind of more of an oval shape. So just like I showed you with the letter F a minute ago, we are going to duplicate our letter O, and I'm actually gonna drag and drop the dark pink color like that. And then you could either erase out the top half with your eraser, or you can grab your ribbon tool and just kind of draw halfway across, either 3 fingers, swipe down and cut, or you could just drag it off your page. So now I want to add some serifs to our overlay layer, and I'm going to make them pretty much exactly the same. So once again, I'm going to add a new layer to draw my serifs on so that I can duplicate it and put it on both sides. So you can see that I just kind of started in the middle and make this even thinner since we're getting a little more precise. I'm just going to draw kind of an arc shape like that. And then I will bring it in to smooth it onto this shape. And then on this outer part, we get a little curvier. So to do that, I'm actually gonna start with this part first and kind of curve it around. And then I'll draw that arc shape. Okay. And now I will swipe left, duplicate, tap my arrow, tap flip horizontal, and then slide it into place on this side. And that's pretty good. So now I'll merge that down with the overlay layer. I can drag and drop, continue filling, and smooth out any areas that need it. All right, so we've got the main part of our letter O. I ended up adding some curly cues just for fun, totally optional, but I'm gonna add those on their own layer as well. I'm gonna come down here to my bottom and add a layer. If you don't have a template like I do, you could just add it at the top. Oops. If you add it at the top, just hold it and drag it down to where you want it. All right, so at the top, I used the light pink and literally just came in and draw a little curly cue like that. They say push lines and pull curves, meaning push your straight lines, pull your curves. So as a general rule, I do find that that works best. What I did there, if you don't remember from past videos, to change my color from light pink to dark pink, I picked my color selection tool. Just tap that little box and you can grab a color you've used in the past. So for that, I did the same thing, just kind of some random little curly cues. And the main reason for that is this shows you a more decorative style. So if you were doing a really ornamental piece of lettering, maybe this is a style that would work a lot better for that. And you could get fancier and add, you know, dots and gold elements, which we will actually do some of that in our overall piece. We're gonna add some fun little details as kind of a bonus lesson. But for now, that is your letter O. You can merge them all together if you want to keep them editable for future use. What I would do is swipe right on every layer so that they're highlighted and then click group. And then you could just rename your group letter O, and I can tap it and flatten it if I want to. Or what I'll do is swipe left, duplicate, flatten. Now I've got a copy of my O that has all the layers, but I have one that's flattened and easy to move around to move over to my template. So I'll click copy on that layer and then wrench, paste. And now I've got my letter O all ready to slide in there. One more letter left in this row. I will see you next week for letter P.